Hey man, I know it hurts right now. I know you're staring at your phone, wondering how someone who said she loved you could disappear so easily, like none of it mattered. You replay every word, every smile, every promise. You ask yourself, was it all fake? But here's the truth: she may seem fine right now. She might be smiling, posting, laughing with that temporary glow. But you're doing the real work. You're feeling it. You're grieving. You're processing. And because of that, you're healing. She's not. She's distracting herself. The pain you feel now is the same pain she'll feel later, 10 times worse, 10 times deeper. And when it hits her, no one will be there to help. Women handle breakups differently. At first, they feel free. They tell themselves they made the right choice, they lean on friends, on distractions, on validation. And for a while, it works. They post captions about growth and healing, but that glow is surface level. It's a mask. Because real healing doesn't begin when the relationship ends, it begins when you sit in silence, face the pain, and choose to grow. And when a man grows from heartbreak, he becomes dangerous in the best way. She thought she broke you, but she set you free. She believed she'd upgrade, but found only disappointment disguised as excitement. Because most men won't love her the way you did. They won't listen, forgive, or show up through the pain. They'll entertain her, but never see her soul. And when the excitement fades, she'll start comparing. Not because you were perfect, but because you were real. And reality always haunts people addicted to fantasy. She won't admit it. Her pride won't allow it. She'll keep posting quotes, pretending she's fine. But late at night, when it's quiet, that's when it hits. The overthinking, the what-ifs, the regrets. She'll scroll through old messages, revisit pictures she swore she deleted, and remember how safe she felt in your arms. Not because she wants you back, but because she finally realizes what she lost. And by then, you're gone, not physically, but emotionally. You've detached. You've grown. You've evolved into the man she never expected you to become. Your silence will haunt her louder than your words ever did. Every day you don't text, don't check, don't react, she feels it. Silence from a man who once cared deeply is the loudest sound in the world. It says, I've let go. I've reclaimed my power. I don't need you anymore. She wanted you stuck, waiting, chasing. But now you're building in silence, glowing for real, no captions needed. And that's what breaks her. You want to know when she really starts to feel it? It's not when you go no contact. It's when she realizes she no longer has emotional control. That no matter what she posts, who she dates, or how dramatic she gets, you don't care anymore. That's when it truly sinks in. Because now, for the first time, she's not in control. You stepped off the stage, and the man who refuses to play her emotional games becomes the one man she can't replace. She expected you to chase like most men do, to double text, to check her stories, to prove she still mattered. But when you didn't, she started questioning herself. Was I not enough? Did he stop loving me? Has he found someone better? Each question cuts deeper. Because a woman's ego is fragile, and when the man she discarded becomes unreachable, that's a wound she carries alone. And when she finally reaches out a text like, "Hey, hope you're doing okay," it's not love. It's a test. She wants to see if she still has power. The strongest thing you can do is not respond, not with hate, not with emotion, just indifference. Because when you no longer react, you show her something terrifying. You've healed. Women usually leave emotionally before they leave physically, so at first, they feel fine. But over time, the truth hits. While men suffer early and grow, women distract early and stagnate. You'll evolve, reflect, and rebuild while she stays stuck in patterns, chasing versions of you that don't exist. Authenticity can't be replaced, and that realization will haunt her. So don't worry about her. Don't stalk her page. Don't try to prove your worth. Time and reality will do it for you. The man who walks away with dignity, calm, and quiet strength becomes unforgettable. Not because he begged, but because he didn't. Not because he needed closure, but because he found peace. And that peace will make her regret everything. Women test their exes not to return, but to see if they still have control. And when you stay grounded, when you don't give them that validation, they feel the full weight of their decision. She chose to walk away from something real. And the longer she goes without you, the heavier that truth becomes. That's when regret settles in. You might think you're the only one in pain, but she carries that burden too just later. Every time she tries to move on, she realizes how much she lost. No matter how much she convinces herself otherwise, deep down she knows no one will replace your loyalty, your consistency, your presence. But she can't admit that to anyone. Pride keeps her silent. She'll lie to herself, pretend she's fine, but she'll feel the emptiness every time she meets someone new. She'll never get closure, not from you or anyone. You've already moved on. And that's her punishment, not your silence, but your growth. You became the man she didn't believe you could be, and now she has to live with that truth. She'll replay memories, wondering what could have been, but deep down she knows you gave her everything she needed to keep you. She just didn't value it. Life will remind her of you. A song, a place, a memory, all will sting. She'll think about messaging you but stop, remembering how she left, how she thought the grass was greener until she realized it was just painted. Her pride will trap her in silence while her soul screams for closure. But there won't be any. You've moved on, and she's stuck with, what if? What haunts her most isn't losing a man, it's losing the future you represented. A man who would have stood by her, challenged her, protected her. Now she's surrounded by half-men, the ones who talk smooth but can't stay, who promise but don't deliver. And each failed connection reminds her of you. But by then, you're light years ahead, calm, focused, respected. You're not bitter, you're just unavailable. Eventually, she'll face it. She left a man who loved her for a feeling that faded. She thought she was following her heart but was chasing a temporary high. And when that high crashed, all that remained was regret. She can rewrite the story to make herself the victim, but truth always catches up. She had something real and threw it away, but her regret isn't your revenge. You're not healing to prove her wrong, you're healing because you deserve peace. You're rising, not out of spite, but out of purpose. The man you're becoming doesn't need validation or revenge. Pain gave you clarity, heartbreak gave you direction, and now you move with purpose. The more you thrive in silence, the more her memory of you becomes a storm. Not because you punished her, but because you let her go completely. That's what she never expected. She thought you'd wait forever, but you didn't. You turned the pain into power, and someday, she'll hear about you, maybe through a friend, maybe online, and it'll hit her like a wave. You're thriving. Calm. Grounded. Loved. And she'll sit there, realizing that while she chased moments, you built a legacy. It won't be loud or dramatic, just quietly devastating. Because she'll understand too late that she was only a chapter in a story that outgrew her. You'll be smiling, not from pride, but from peace. You don't need revenge or closure. You found something far better: freedom. You no longer chase, beg, or explain. You simply live. And that life, built from discipline, patience, and purpose, is what makes you unforgettable. Love will come again, but it'll be different. You won't lose yourself this time. You'll give only to the woman who sees your value before the world does. Because love isn't your goal anymore, it's your reward. So if you're still in the pain, remember this: her leaving was your awakening. She thought she broke you, but she built you. The man she left is gone, and the one who rose from the ashes, he's untouchable.